Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can purchase a virtual private server at A2 Hosting. I will also show you how you can choose the perfect plan for you, and I will give you some general explanation about virtual private servers. So first off, what is a virtual private server or VPS? Basically, it's a type of web hosting that offers you your own dedicated slice of server's resources. Imagine a large computer that's split into several smaller independent sections. Each section operates as its own server, complete with its own operating system and the ability to run its own software. Well, this setup allows you to enjoy the benefits of a dedicated server, such as privacy, control, and dedicated resources, but at a fraction of the cost. So it's cheaper than the dedicated hosting. So how does VPS work, and why might it be a better choice than shared hosting for certain projects? Well, when you use VPS hosting, you are given a specific allocation of resources like memory, CPU, storage, etc. And no one else can tap into these resources. So this is quite different from shared hosting, where the resources are pooled together and used by multiple users. So you have more control with VPS. You can configure your own server environment, and you don't have to depend on a general configuration. Since you have dedicated resources, your site or application can run more smoothly and quickly. This is especially important for websites with higher traffic or more demanding applications. And it also offers a more secure environment because your operations are isolated from other users on the same server. So basically, VPS hosting is ideal for those who have outgrown the limitations of shared hosting, but you may need a little bit of technical knowledge to manage a virtual private server. Okay, so let's see what A2 Hosting can offer. So let's go to a2hosting.com, hosting, and we select VPS hosting. So A2 Hosting offers managed or unmanaged VPS hosting. Obviously, the managed plan are more expensive because A2 Hosting takes care of server maintenance for you, while the unmanaged plans give you full control but also full responsibility. With root access, you can install any operating system and configure the server to your liking, but obviously this requires some technical know-how, so when you choose, you need to take this into consideration. In this tutorial, I am going to look at the unmanaged VPS plans. So here you can select from a number of different plans. Basically, they offer similar features, but you will have more resources at your disposal. So let's take a look at some of the most important features and what they are. So as you can see, the Runway 1 plan, this offers one core, one CPU. Think of the CPU or cores as the brain of your server. More cores mean your server can think about more things at once. So since this plan offers only one core, this is more suitable for smaller projects. And for example, if you take a look at the Supersonic 16 plan, it offers 8 cores. So it's more suitable for projects that needs to handle a lot more traffic or more complex tasks. Another thing you want to look at when you choose your plans is the memory, the RAM. So the RAM is like your server's short-term memory. More RAM allows your server to handle more information at the same time without getting bogged down. So with this 1 GB RAM, we are set for basic tasks. But if you are looking to run a heavy application, then the 16 GB RAM will offer a much more breathing room. Another feature that you also want to consider and is important is the storage. So obviously this is a little bit easier to understand. How much space do you need for your application, for your website? The Runway one package offers 20 gigabyte. So basically this is where your website files and databases are stored. SSD drives are very fast. It will make your site load quicker. But for example, the supersonic plans, they offer NVMe drive, which is even faster than the normal SSD drives. Okay, the bandwidth is also important. So the bandwidth is how much data can move to and from your server. It's like the width of a highway. More bandwidth means more traffic can flow without causing jams, for example. Okay, as you can see, these packages offer these turbo servers. This is exclusive to A2 hosting. They come with NVMe drives that I just talked about. These drives are incredibly fast storage devices, and the turbo servers can handle up to 9 times more traffic. Okay, so this is important if your website needs to load faster and you are very conscientious with search engine optimization. Okay, and lastly, the prices obviously are also important. If you need a large project, then obviously you don't really have a choice. You need to pay more. But if you just want to test it, you can select the cheaper one. And actually, this is what I'm going to select. So I'm just going to order this one, the Runaway one package, just for testing. Okay, so let's click here. Okay, so first we need to add a domain name, or we can register a new one, or we can transfer our domain name from another registrar to A2 hosting. I'm just going to use my own domain name here. Click use this domain. Okay, so here you have some additional configuration. You can select a different billing cycle. You can choose between different server locations. So you can select USA Michigan, USA Arizona, Europe, or Asia. Since I'm in Europe, I'm just going to select Europe. Then you can select your own operating system. I'm just going to select Ubuntu, and you can select a control panel. Right now, we only have one available. Here you can select additional IP addresses for additional cost if you want. I won't need this for now. And here you can set the username and password for the control panel. Let's add the password, or you can generate one if you want. And here you can select WordPress, Drupal, or OpenCart to be installed. I am not going to do that right now, but if you know that you want to use one of these, then you just need to select, for example, WordPress, add a username and a password, and it will be installed for you with the server. But I'm not going to select that now. We will do that later in another video. Okay, so that's it. We are ready to place the order. So click continue. Click checkout, and here you need to add your personal information, your billing details, and here you will also need to set up your account password, and then you need to select your preferred payment method. So let me just quickly fill these out. Okay, so I placed my order, and then I can go to my client area. Okay, so here we have our A2 hosting dashboard, and here is our newly created service. Let's check it out. Let's go view details. Okay, so here you can see some important information about your server. You can see the host name, your primary IP address, and your name servers. Here you can see the status of your server. Currently it's online, and here you have some quick actions. You can stop the VPS, you can restart the server, or you can completely shut it down. Here you have some information about your disk usage, your bandwidth, and your CPU usage. Here you can see the list of your running processes, system alerts, and you can set a timer to shut down the server. So it's a good idea to frequently check this information. Here you can reinstall your operating system if you want. Here you can also see some additional information about your server, the location, the version of your operating system, the control panel you use, the number of IP addresses you have. Okay, and under the additional information, you can see your passwords and your usernames. Obviously, I'm not going to click here because I don't want to reveal that. So by default, a root user has been created for you, but it's always a good idea to change the password of this user right away. So you can do that. You can do that here under Settings and Change Password. Click Change Password, and it's been changed. Okay, remember when we placed the order, we also installed a control panel called WebUso, and this can be accessed with your IP address on the 2005 port. Okay, here you can log in with your root user. And here you have a really nice control panel. Okay, so here we have a warning that our initial setup is not completed. Let's click here. Okay, so here you can see some configuration information. You can change the name servers. You can change the admin email address and some PHP settings here. Okay, let's go to security and SSH. So here we can enable SSH and SFTP settings. Let's enable this. Okay, so now you should be able to access your server via SSH. If you're using Mac or Linux, you can use your terminal, or if you're using Windows, you can download an SSH client like PuTTY, and then you can just use your IP address, port, and your root user information to log into your server. But since we have this control panel installed, we can just go to server utilities and terminal, and this will open up a terminal for us. Okay, so let's do a simple update. So for security reasons, it's not recommended to use the root user. So let's create a new user. Okay, so we need to add a new password. You will not see the characters when you add a new password, so you have to be careful when you create your password. Click enter, and then we need to retype the password. Okay, we can add a name or not, it doesn't really matter. Just hit enter. Yes, this information is correct, and the user has been created. Now we need to add sudo privileges to the user. Okay, so let's check if it worked. Let's switch to the new user account. Okay, it seems to be working, but let's run a command that requires sudo privileges. It asks for the user password. Okay, so I'm currently in my own home directory, so it won't list anything, but we can print out the current working directory. Yes, we are here. We could try to create a new directory here. And now the list command is working. It lists the directory that we just created. Okay, so this is it for this video. So in the next video, we are going to dive a bit deeper into this control panel and what it can do. If you have any questions, just please leave a comment below the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching and have a nice day.